Yo, today I'll be going over Kefka normal mode and how I optimize my DPS on Samurai, and I'll be providing an analysis on what I do and what I think. So right here we all loaded in, it's a pickup group, and I'm looking at the boss, waiting up for any tank to step up, and I see one guy stepping up. And he's not going to use a countdown, so I go in sprinting. I got 20 seconds off on it, and I'm going to use the 3 cent opener. Right here he turns around, I turn as well. So I get the rear bonus for kenki. Do the opener. Right here I have the option of going out, but I'm going to stay in the circle and get hit just so I can stay up with my uptime. And the black only has aggro. This is why you should always use diversion on cooldown. So my rule right here is I'm always keeping my kenki at 0 and spending it on shintens. So at this point in time, I have 3 symbols right here. Well, I'm about to get 3 symbols, and my Hagakure is coming off cooldown pretty quick. So instead of using Madare, I'm going to use spending on Hagakure because it's a DPS gain over Madare. See, right there. Reason being that it's a gain is because you don't have to spend 1 global on Madare, and you can keep moving on with your rotation if you just spam Shintens. So here, 3 symbols, 20 kenki, Madare, Kaiten, 0 kenki once more. At this point in time, I noticed that my dot is coming off cooldown. I got 11 seconds on Jinpu, 18 seconds on Shifu, and I got 0 symbols and 0 kenki. So the obvious choice is to reapply the buff, and that should generate me exactly 20 kenki. So right back again at 0. So the dot is back up. I got 23 seconds on Jinpu now. Shifu may fall off soon. So what I'm going to work on is getting Shifu up again. And that was bad right there. I missed the positional, so that's 5 kenki loss right there. What I should have done instead was use Yukikaze. It gives 10 kenki no matter what positional you're in. So here there's a knockback, but I'm going to be using arm's length for it. So right there, 2 symbols. I'm going to get my 3rd symbol, and then I'm going to use Hagakure once more instead of falling for the noob trap Madare. So right here was I double weave my shortcut ability, and I use my Hagakure double weave, and then I strike with my 3rd ability. Then I go for a flank, and then I also weave in some shintens as well. So this is kind of overwhelming, but if you practice a lot, you get used to it. So right there, I was able to use my shintens and also work on using a kaiten midare at the same time. So right here, my Jinpu is about to fall off, so I'm going to refresh that. It's mostly refreshing your speed buff and your attack buff. You rarely should be using Yukikaze. Now this guy's going to teleport behind us. I tried for a meditate for 10 kenki, but it didn't work out. And at this point right here, I'm refreshing my dot currently because it's gone. So I gotta put a new one in, and at the same time he's using a pushback. But however, in my rotation, I gotta go for the rear, which is right here behind him. So it's gonna be dangerous. So I do that. It's almost there, the cast bar, and then I strike in the back. Got that done, and then I move right back into the center to be safe. Then he's gonna push me back in the center. So it was a risk there, but it was worth it for 5 extra kenki. That's how you do more damage. Right here, 50 kenki on Gurren. Generate 60 kenki, sacrifice 3 symbols. Right here, I use arm's length to avoid the knockback. And I'm able to constantly keep sticking the boss right here. nothing else to do, so I'm just going to Midare, just dump it. And I'm going to work on another Midare in quick succession. So at this point in time, after using my Kaiten Midare, I noticed that my Jinpu has 3 seconds left, so of course I'm going to work on keeping that up, and at the same time my buff is at 15 seconds. So that's kind of alarming, so I gotta watch out for my buff right there. And at this point, I decide to reapply the buff by 1 tick early, I believe. Yep, I reapplied it 1 tick early. Reason being is I just want to keep uptime on a dot. If I were to get my second symbol, then I would have had to gotten my third symbol as well. If I got my third symbol, I would have then used Hagakure, but then all that time spent, my dot wasn't on the boss. So I prefer to keep up the dot. Hagakure can wait. And right there, what happened was I'm not giving access to the rear because there's going to be this black ability right here. So instead what I did was I used Yukikaze, which doesn't require any positionals, and it always give 10 kenki. However, to the rear and the flank, you need to be in position. If you're not, you'll get 5 kenki. So here I was able to get 5 kenki by playing it safe. In the end, I still go for the rear. So as usual, I just dump everything on Shinten's. Another lag spike right here. So I got 20 kenki, blow it up. Now I'm going to work on Shifu because it has the lowest cooldown, the lowest duration. And now this guy's going to teleport. I decided to just end the combo early and use Yukikaze, and then I'll work on Jinpu right here. Jinpu's about to fall off by 1 second, but Samurai's really lenient. So now I'm going to work on Shifu because it has the lowest buff, and at the same time my dot just fell off. So what I'm going to do is as soon as I get this third symbol, it's going to be instant buff, instant dot. So there you go. Not to mention it's buffed by the Scholar's crit buff. And then I go straight into the shortcut ability. And as again, always blow everything up. Oh wait, I think at this part I'm working on Gurren. I see that Gurren's off cooldown, so instead of blowing it up on Shinten, I would save it currently. So right there he's wailing away, we're kicking his ass. Convert 3 symbols. And at this part right here, what's going to happen is that I'm going to look facing towards the boss, and the boss is going to face towards to us because the boss is going to come loop around in my position right here, and he's also going to face the boss. And because we're all facing the boss at the same time, we'll be doing that mechanic in the background as well. So observe. So right here, Kefka's facing us, and we're also facing Kefka, but at the same time we're doing the mechanic in the background. So right here, I didn't do Yukikaze, so instead I'm going to commit to my rear, to my flank positional. So I hit him in the flank. That's a small snapshot of me looking towards him, but however, if I spam my up button, I can look towards the symbol. So instead of me being snapshotted looking sideways, I can look towards the rock by pressing up. So now he's going to use his AoE. I should use Third Eye. My dot's about to fall off, so I'm going to reapply that, of course. I got 1 symbol, so reapply that. Wail away at him. Again, it's going to be a repeat. We're going to look towards him, and he's going to look towards us, and we're going to face the mechanic at the same time. The reason why I go here is because we're going to look towards him and also at the rock. If I were to go back here in the other end of the arena, I would have had to look away from the yellow orb. So doing that mechanic at the same time and managing my kenki and my rotation, I got 95 kenki, so I got blow up on Shinten right there. Then he's gonna teleport once more, and I use my finisher on him, get more kenki. I use my meditate. He didn't do anything sadly, but it's worth the effort. So yeah, another Madara, and I'm going straight into the shortcut. Get my 3 symbols once more. My Shifu is running off though. It's about to run out, so I think this was a very bad timing to use Madara. I mean not Madara, my shortcut. So right there my speed buff fell off. And again, I gotta face towards the rock. But I also gotta get the flank. So once more, as soon as I hit this flank, I'm gonna press up. And that's how I dodged that. Right here, we gotta go out here. I'm gonna get hit twice, but it doesn't matter. So knowing that I got hurt twice, and I think I panicked right here. I got hit twice and I went back in, but I'm supposed to stay out. So however, by instinct, since I got hurt pretty badly, like less than half my HP, I pressed second wind. And that was able to give me about 8,000 more life. And then I get chunked right here for about 2,300. So yeah, if I didn't press second wind right there, it would have been fatal and I would have gotten KO'd. So right here, I got my 3 symbols and my 50 kenki. However, I'm not going to use Hagakure or else I'm going to overfill. So instead, I got double weave. So in this one cooldown, I pressed Shinten and then Hagakure. And that's how I was not able to overflow. And now at this point, I'm about to get my 3rd symbol. I noticed that he doesn't have a dot up, but the boss is almost dead. So instead, I'm just going to invest all in Gurren and Shinten. So right there I use Gurren. Then the guy's nice enough to LB for me. And then I just keep on committing, keep on getting my 3 symbols. That's the main mechanic. And here I got too deeply invested in my Shinten, so therefore I gotta work towards 20 kenki. I'm off by 1 ability to get that 5 extra kenki. So there I got it. I'm about to get another symbol, which would be bad because I already got 1 symbol. But conveniently, Samurai is very lenient. So yeah, yep, that's it. See ya.